Hello and welcome to another daily market reading. We are on Bitcoin. We're on the 8-hourly time frame and we're going to do some market analysis. So first things first, yes, my stop loss got hit and I own it. Okay, it wasn't a dumb trade. I wasn't being a dumb trader. I took a high probability trade which didn't work out in my favor. Okay, so before you get vexed, before you get mad, this is what trading is. If you're not able to take a stop loss, then probably you should go to spot and not do futures trading. We got our stop loss hit, which means that the price of Bitcoin has pushed inside the value area low of this whole sideways phase in which we are in. Okay, it was this blue line. We broke it as if nothing, and we are now heading towards my area, which is around there. Maybe not so high up, which is around there. There we go. I'm going to tell you in this video why this area, which I've actually spoken about briefly in previous videos, and we're going to go into detail on what is going on. So without wasting any more time, my name is Jay and let's dive straight into the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on our indicators. If you're wondering why, well, that's because we've created these indicators, and no, I'm not trying to sell them to you. Okay, I use these for my own trading. When I stop making videos, when I'm not recording, I'm an actual trader. Okay, and I use these indicators for my trading, which is what this channel is all about. It basically tells me how to trade. You actually have access to these completely for free, which is why, like I just said, I'm not trying to sell them to you. At least at the time of me making this video, you can get them for free. Okay, so which ones am I going to turn on? I'm going to turn on the smart trend, and we'll talk about in just a second on how I'm going to use it. And then I'm also going to turn on the smart oscillator, which is right there. So how am I going to be using these to do my market reading? First trade was something like this, 65,500, stop loss of 2%, if I'm not wrong, something like this, and we just got blown out. Okay, we just got hit and bye. So that's fine. Okay, we had another target, which was this one. You can see we've got a strong FVG 1 day, which means a strong fair value gap daily. Okay, on the daily time frame, because that's one of the reasons why this indicator, which is the smart trend, is really good. It's going to give me not only these red and green rectangles, which are fair value gaps in the time frame in which I'm in now, it's also going to give me multi-time frame fair value gaps. I've got the daily ones right there, and I've got an 8-hour fair value gap inside a daily fair value gap with this purple line going inside it. What is this purple line, you ask? Very good question. It is the one and only smart trend. Okay, let me just show you, let me just give you some history on what happens in the smart trend. So one thing worth noting, okay, is that the exponential moving average is a good place for us to take trades from. Okay, but that's something that every single person has access to. So is it useful? Very, yes, but we've created the smart trend. That's the whole point of this indicator. We've spent a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of effort and knowledge into creating this smart trend. Okay, every time you hit the smart trend, you get really good places to go either short if it's purple, or to go long if it's green. Okay, now worth noting as well, if you did try to go long there, you are trading against the main trend. Okay, the main trend is a downtrend, a very clear downtrend. You try to go against it, it probably wasn't the best idea. Let me just give you some more examples. Let's move up to, well, okay, you hit the smart trend, you got a rejection back down, you hit the smart trend, move up, hit the smart trend, move up, there, same thing, there, same thing, there, same thing, there, amazing point to go short. Look, I can just show you the exact same thing again and again and again and again. Every time you hit the smart trend is a really good place for us to take a trade. Now, what else can we do to make sure that we're not just blindly, oh, I've got the smart trend short. No, we need to take high probability trades. How do you take a high probability trade? So I think I've mentioned this in some of my previous videos. A good trade that I like to take is when I have two different time frames fair value gaps in the same area as the exponential moving average. Okay, so let's say one of the reasons why I wanted to take this trade, which was around there, which was why I took it, we had a daily fair value gap and a 4-hour fair value gap, I think, all in this area with the smart trend coming along very nicely inside it. Okay, so this whole area was a really good and juicy place to look for a short. What is an even better place to look for a short position when you don't have the exponential moving average, when you straight up have the smart trend? If you have the smart trend inside a daily fair value gap, inside an 8-hour fair value gap, with the oscillator overbought, very overbought, what is that a sign of? That's a sign that is a very high probability trade. Anything else to add it? Yes. Look at this. Small money flow. Let me talk to you very briefly about money flow. So this was a really good trade. Okay, why was it a good trade? Because you hit the smart trend and you had a little bit of money flow. Money flow basically tells you with how much strength is this move happening. So in yesterday's video, we were saying this move up didn't have a lot of volume, okay? It actually had smaller and smaller volume. You're seeing as well, you've got really small money flow. This means that this push up hasn't got a lot of strength in it. What happens when you have big money flow like this? What it basically shows you is that this move has a lot of violence, has a lot of aggression, a lot of power in it, which means be careful about trading it, okay? When you were around here, yes, absolutely, you were really close to the smart trend. You were basically on the smart trend. First off, probably not the best idea for you to go long because you were in a downtrend. That's number one. And then number two, you had big money flow. Big money flow is a warning saying stop, think twice before taking a position, which means the price could keep on pushing, okay? Big money flow, the price kept on pushing, and you even got a trend change, okay? Same example right there. Yes, the smart trend was right there. You could have taken a short position, great. But then you see the money flow is big and it's long, okay? Don't have a dirty mind. We are talking about money flow. It's prolonged, okay? Small money flow is really good to take trades. Small money flow, really good to take trades. Small money flow is really good to take trades, okay? Big money flow, be careful. Be careful. Look, little bit of money flow, smart trend, nice place to go short. Overbought, good place to go short. Same thing there. I'm very overbought. I've got little bit of money flow. I am on the smart trend, nearly on the smart trend. I'm on a daily fair value gap. I'm on an 8-hour fair value gap. And hold on, I'm not finished yet. Yes, you guessed it. Fibonacci is coming along very nicely with the smart trend. Does this look like a stupid trade? No, it's not. Okay, we don't take stupid trades. We take high probability trades. Okay, this looks like quite a good place for us to look for another, well, for us, hold on. This is not a financial advice. For me to look for a good short position. Okay, 68 to 69K is going to be a good place for me to look for a short. If we lose this, then we could be looking at 74K. That, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. To add even more fuel to the fire, let's look at USDT. Very similar thing, okay? USDT, when USDT goes up, crypto goes down. Okay, that's how it goes. We've had a crash down, very close to the smart trend, basically on the daily fair value gap, on the 8-hour fair value gap, oversold very majorly, and on a golden Fibonacci level. If I am not wrong, absolutely, we're basically touching it right now. That's why I'm saying I'm not really sure Bitcoin can get, is it this one? Yes, it's this one. I'm not really sure Bitcoin has the strength to push up much higher. Why? Well, because the oscillators are basically ready to drop. Okay, we're not ready for another push up, we're actually ready for another push down. Okay, another thing I want you to keep in mind, okay, this is giving me flashbacks to when we made it up to around here. It's not because you are seeing green candles that you need to go long. Okay, do not have FOMO, do not have fear of missing out. Don't be the average retail trader. Okay, it's not because you're seeing green candles that you need to go long. Okay, I'm sure there's a bunch of people that have seen this and gone, shit, I'm missing out. No, and they want to go long. No, that's not good. That's not how you do it. Okay, you take your longs at the support levels and you take your shorts at the resistance levels. We took one short, didn't work. We've got the second area in which looks like we could get an even higher probability of success. I'm keeping in mind still we are in a bear market. I'm also keeping in mind that this coming week we have got inflation data, which is obviously going to be giving us some volatility. And I am personally still waiting for a pushback on Bitcoin. I am waiting for something like this, okay? Between 49, 52K, around that area is where I'm waiting for Bitcoin. Having said that, there's not much more I would like to say to you. I think I'm gonna end the video right there. And actually, just before ending it, I'm gonna check. Oof. Okay. So look at where the 8-hour smart trend is. Okay, I'm gonna draw a circle around there. On the daily time frame, what have we got? This gray line. Where is this gray line? The daily exponential moving average is basically super close to our 8-hourly smart trend. What did I just say to you? I just said the highest probability trades are when you've got multi-time frame fair value gaps sitting in the same area as an exponential moving average. Now, what happens when you have the smart trend sitting in the same area as the daily exponential moving average, in the same area as a golden pocket level, as the same area as a daily fair value gap? That is a lot of stuff inside the same area, okay? This does not look like a random level. If you think we do not know what we're doing when it comes to trading, if you think this is not worth it, make sure to leave it in the comments. I'm really curious to know what you guys think of these videos, okay? So having said that, I'm going to end the video right here. Have a lovely rest of your day, and we will see you tomorrow for another daily market update. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon. Bye bye.